water contamination in Bonners Ferry. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Bottled water may be hard to find in parts of the North Idaho panhandle this next few weeks.
That's because the water at and around Mount Hall Elementary in Bonners Ferry has high levels of uranium, twice the recommended amount. The district is stocking up on bottled water until it can make sure the water is safe again.
From our North Idaho newsroom, KXLY4's Annie Bishop explains how the uranium could be dangerous and why it could take a while to reach a solution.
Okay, perfect.
As fifth graders in Mr. Hayes' class learned about the Northwest Passage, they also get a lesson about the water much closer to home.
Oh, they ask, Mr. Hayes, what's going on with water? How come the things are covered?
Plastic bags now cover the school water fountains. Cases of bottled water are stacked in the hallway and in the kitchen. The Department of Environmental Quality says the water just isn't safe to drink.
It is a preventative measure until we are sure what viable alternatives we may come up with to try to solve the problem.
The problem is there's too much uranium in the water. When George Hayes isn't teaching, he serves as the president of the Mission Creek Water System, the water source for the school and 30 or so neighbors.
This is the pump house for the well where the school gets its water. It was drilled less than 10 years ago, and ever since, the Department of Environmental Quality says the water has showed some levels of uranium. But it wasn't until a few years ago, when uranium became regulated by the federal government, that the DEQ started to take notice.
Right now, the DEQ says the water has twice the level of uranium recommended, 60 micrograms per liter versus the standard 30 micrograms. The DEQ says the levels have been elevated for at least 2 months. The decision to stop drinking the water was made Friday after the DEQ reviewed a recent report indicating exposure to elevated levels of uranium could cause kidney problems in school-aged children. The DEQ and the Water District are now working to find a solution. The options are there: either drill a new well or add a filtration system. Finding the money, however, is a different story.
Because being a small water system, we're not very financially solvent. So we're looking at grants, but it seemed like every time we applied for a grant, then all of a sudden the grant money ran out.
We don't have the budget to spend a lot of money on a new water system.
Until a solution is reached and the money is there,